Some of the basic Java interview questions. What are static blocks and static initializer in Java? Static blocks or static initializer are used to initialize static fields in Java. We declare static blocks when we want to initialize static fields in our class. Static blocks get executed exactly once when the class is loaded. Static blocks are executed even before the constructors are executed. How to call one constructor from the other constructor. Within the same class, if we want to call one constructor from other, we use this method. Based on the number of parameters we pass appropriate, this method is called. Restrictions using this method. This must be the first statement in the constructor. We cannot use two this methods in the constructor. What is method overriding in Java? If we have methods with two signatures, that is same name, same signature, same return type, in superclass and subclass, then we say subclass method is overridden by superclass. When to use overriding method in Java? If we want same method with different behavior in superclass and subclass, then we go for overriding. When we call overridden methods with subclass reference, subclass method is called hiding the superclass method. What is super keyword in Java? Variables and methods of superclass can be overridden in subclass. In case of overriding, a subclass object call its own variable and methods. Subclass cannot access the variables and methods of superclass because the overridden variables or methods hides the methods and variables of superclass. But still, Java provides a way to access superclass members even if its members are overridden. Super is used to access superclass variables, methods and constructors. Super can be used in two forms. First form is for calling superclass constructor. Second one is to call superclass variables, methods. Super, if present, must be the first statement. Why Java is platform independent? The most unique feature of Java is platform independent. In any programming language, source code is compiled in the executable code. This cannot be run across all platforms. When JavaC compiles a Java program, it generates an executable file called .class file. Class file contains bytecodes. Bytecodes are interpreted only by JVMs. Since these JVMs are made available across all platforms by Sun Microsystem, we can execute this bytecode in any platform. Bytecode generated in Windows environment can also be executed in Linux environment. This makes Java platform independent. What is method overloading in Java? A class having two or more methods with same name but with different arguments, then we say that those methods are overloaded. Static polymorphism is achieved in Java using method overloading. Method overloading is used when we want the method to perform similar tasks but with different inputs or values. When an overloaded method is invoked, Java first checks the method name and the number of arguments, type of arguments. Based on this, compiler executes this method. Compiler decides which method to call at compile time. By using overloading, static polymorphism or static binding can be achieved in Java. Note: return type is not part of method signature. We may have methods with different return type, but return type alone is not significant to call a method in Java. What is JIT compiler? JIT compiler stands for just-in-time compiler. JIT compiler compiles bytecode into executable code. JIT is part of JVM. JIT cannot convert complete Java program into executable code. It converts as and when it is needed during execution. What is bytecode in Java? When a JavaC compiler compiles a class, it generates a .class file. This .class file contains set of instructions called bytecode. Bytecode is a machine-independent language and contains set of instructions which are to be executed only by JVM. JVM can understand these bytecodes. Difference between this and super in Java. This is used to access one constructor from another constructor within the same class, while super is used to access superclass constructor. Either this or super exists, it must be the first statement in the constructor. What is a class? Classes are fundamental or basic units in object-oriented programming. A class is kind of blueprint or template for an object. Class defines variables, methods. A class tells what type of objects we are creating. For example, take department class tells us we can create department type objects. We can create any number of department objects. Take an example. Public class first class. Here we have a main method public static void main string arguments and system.out.println my first class. This is a print statement. So if we see the above class, when we compile, JVM loads the first class and generates a .class file. First class.class. When we run the program, we are running the class and then execute the main method. What is an object? An object is instance of a class. A class defines type of object. Each object belongs to some class. Every object contains state and behavior. State is determined by a value of attributes and behavior is called method. Objects are also called as an instance. To instantiate the class, we declare with the class type. So in this example, first class, we are using first class f equal to new first class and we are printing my first class. So to instantiate the first class, we use this statement first class f equal to new first class. F is used to refer first class object. So new first class is the object and f is the reference of that. What is method in Java? It contains the executable body that can be applied to the specific object of the class. Method includes method name, parameters or arguments and return type and body of executable code. Let's see the syntax. Type method name and we are passing the argument as a list. For example, public float add. Int a, int b and int c are arguments passed to the method. Now method can have multiple arguments separate with commas when we have multiple arguments. Now let's talk about what is encapsulation. The process of wrapping or putting up of the data into a single unit, class and keep data safe from misuse is called encapsulation. Through encapsulation, we can hide and protect the data stored in Java objects. Java supports encapsulation through access control. There are 4 access control modifiers in Java, that is public, private, protected and default level. Why main method is public, static and void in Java? Public. Public is an access specifier which can be used outside the class. When main method is declared public, it means it can be used outside class. Now static. To call a method, we require object. Sometimes it may be required to call an object without the help of object. Then we declare the method as static. JVM calls the main method without creating object by declaring keyword static. Now void. Void return type is used when a method doesn't return any value. Main method doesn't return any value, so main is declared as void. Signature, public static void main, and we are passing string argument into that main method. Explain about main method in Java. Main method is starting point of execution for all Java applications. Public static void main string argument. So string args is array of strings object we need to pass from command line arguments. Every Java application must have at least one main method. So every Java program runs within the main method. What is constructor in Java? A constructor is a special method used to initialize objects in Java. We use constructors to initialize all variables in the class when an object is created. As and when an object is created, it is initialized automatically with the help of constructors in Java. We have two types of constructors, default constructor and parameterized constructor. Below is the signature of a default constructor where public class name and these are the parentheses. For the parameterized constructor, we'll be passing any argument into this class name like int a and b, anything. What is difference between length and length method in Java? Now length with the brackets. In string class we have length method which is used to return the number of characters in the string. For example, string str equal to hello world. Now when we are trying to print string.length, it will print us 11. Like there are 11 characters including space. Length without brackets. We have length instance variable in arrays which will return the number of values or objects in array. For example, string days in the array we have Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. It will return 6 since the number of values in the days array is 6. So basically it defines the size of an array. What is ASCII code? ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. ASCII characters range is 0 to 225. We cannot add more characters to the ASCII character set. ASCII character set supports only English. That is the reason if we see C language, we can write C only in English. We cannot write in any other language because it uses ASCII code. What is Unicode? Unicode is a character set developed by Unicode Consortium to support all languages in the world. Java supports Unicode values. Unicode characters were represented by 16 bits if its character range is 0 to 65,535. Java uses ASCII code for all input elements except for string, identifiers and comments. If we want to use Punjabi, we can use Punjabi characters for identifiers. We can enter comments in Punjabi. Difference between character constant and string constant in Java. Character constant is enclosed in the single quotes. String constant are enclosed in double quotes. Character constants are single digit or character. String constants are collection of characters. Example 2 in the double quotes and a. Example hello world is a string. Above 1, 2 and a, these are characters. What are constants and how to create constants in Java? Constants are fixed value whose values cannot be changed during the execution of program. We create constants in Java using final keyword. For example, final int number equal to 10. Final string str equal to Java interview questions. So these are final variables that are constants. Now difference between double greater than and triple greater than operators in Java. Now double greater than is a right shift operator, shifts all of its bits in a value to the right to the specified number of times. Now int a equal to 15. A equal to a, we have this double greater than sign and 3. These both are equal. The above line of code moves 15 3 characters right. Now triple greater than is an unsigned shift operator used to shift right. The places which were vacated by shift are filled with zeros. Please like, comment and subscribe.